Hey, hello, how are you? So today I'm playing with Rust and Axum for a server, and for quite a simple reason. So last time I made a simple JSON form application which should accept some files, three in this example. JSON schema, which defines data that could be shown on screen. We've got our actual data that we want to have on our screen, and I kind of reorganized data structure a bit, which will result into fixing some of the Rust code I have to handle it. And I've got a UI schema, which um, which is supposed to show the data. So nothing new actually in here. It's just organizing stuff into categories and groups and whatever. And all these three configurations result into automatic generated layout, which does exactly what I wanted, which is show a section where I could set up a few things, possibly edit or add, right? It's all done for free. So these are the sections I needed, categories, that is, and world state. Currently, I host these along with the application itself in React. As you can see, so there's JSON schema, and well, you got the picture. I really want to host these files on on a server and load them on demand. And to do that, I am planning to use Axum, which is made by Tokio team. I looked up how to set up the initial project for it, and I'm just literally going to copy paste all this. So to test, so I'm in my folder where I want to run this. So yeah, let's jump to it. Cargo new, Go app, goal oriented planning, playground server. All right, cd into go app playground server. I went in there. I'm not going to try and come up with new configuration. So yeah, copy paste dependencies. Yeah, let's actually go into this project now. Bam. And yes, I do trust myself. In dependencies, I'm just adding whatever they had, so this should be fine. And yeah, I guess when I do the build, it will fetch some data for me. So cargo, yeah, let's just run it first. So it is going to download a bunch of things for me, and I am going to pause here because it's going to take a while and precompile everything in here, so stay tuned. So it finally compiled, and I've got my hello world, which is not Axum yet. This is the default hello world of this. So I guess it's time to copy paste some more code, like here. Yep, of course. Apparently it's just setting up something with protection. Yeah, I'll probably remove that later, but I just wanted to compile and serve some file, and I know for a fact that I will be validating it later on, so maybe having a course in there is a good idea. Alright, saved as a project, kinda, yeah, so it's going to run on port 3000. I wonder what my, so my React application was running on port 3002. I will proxy it later on, so maybe 3001 port for it will be just fine. Cargo run. I wonder how long will it take to actually compile all these stuff. Oh, it is running. So if I go ahead to here, cannot be reached. Oh, hello world. Nice, I've got my hello world. Cool, that's cool. So the next thing I guess I need to have is at least one file in some directory. And the way I'm gonna do that is, where's my Node.js and Gulp playground. So I need my, maybe let's load UI schema first. How do I do this? Oh, no. Assets. Assets. No, assets is something static. Configs. Those are configs, and reveal and finder. So I'm copying this into configs, UI schema. All right, I've got my file. This is the hello world. Next thing I would need is to be able and read a file from file system. For that, I guess I will scavenge some of the code I have already. So this, yeah, apparently one of these files was able to, there was an example of reading a file. Get setup, there was a get setup method, yes, fs. So I need to read the file. Get setup, read, so std. Yeah, structuring this code will be interesting. So I do want to have on the root. How do I set up multiple roots in Axum? So this is just one. Oh, okay. I can follow it with dot and another root. So here's the root 1. And another root will be, so I want to read some config. Config. Um, the function is going to be go app config. It's a getter. Obviously, it doesn't exist. It's going to be something async. All right, go this. All right, how do I return a string? I think this had some examples of returning a string. Nope. Back to docs. Boom, 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 boom. I guess I can just return a string. Yeah, let's try that. So this thing could return a string, and the contents. So I'm going to read contents the way I did before. All right, the path. For now, I'm going to hard code it. Do I do this? UI schema.json from inside configs. No. So this is a result. Oh yeah, it makes sense. I didn't return anything. Well, at least I was able to make it shut up. I hope this path will work as well. All right, let's make it run again. Okay, it's listening on something. So the path is config. Config. Cool. So I can get my config working. Well, that's nice. So this part is kind of done, and I want to retarget my React application to this, because this server is going to run in background. I'm not going to kill it. Go playground. So I want to fetch my thing. So UI schema, right? I need to reserve something that will hold this. So this is that, and const UI schema is going to be for now a simple React state set UI schema React use state. So it's null at this point, and yeah, it's just going to be some record string to unknown, whatever. Um, or null. Cool. So null is not supposed to be in there. And yeah, let's move it out. So let's check if UI schema not equal to null and this UI schema element. Oh, all right, cool. We've got a proper typing for it from library, from the core. Nice. So, okay, cool. That's done. Yeah, let's actually do this. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say loading. Cool. So use layout, React, use, no, let's use a effect. And on the first run is going to fetch fetch so what do we want to fetch? Well, I know the string, so just that. And after it's done, result, I want to get a result and at least print it out. Otherwise, oh, my styling is killing me. Yeah, there's gonna be an error. Yeah, don't look at the styling. I'm playing. I am playing. So it's you messed oops with an error. And it is supposed to say that I messed up because there's going to be proxy wars in there. Oh, such a bad term. It's still compiling. And I should see you messed up message. Oh, it did get coarse. The thing that Rust had in there. So I cannot access the web server because, well, if I'm coming from some website from specific URL domain thing, port 3000, I cannot access something with a port 3001. So React proxy. Let me look it up. All right, I've done some research about this course thing that I thought I wouldn't need. So apparently I needed to add allowed methods for any external website to use. So I need to allow get for now, like just like that, get access to this Axum small web server. And I believe if so I didn't want to set up proxies too much. So what was the URL I had? So it was localhost 3001. All right, so this should technically give me a better response. All right, so the course issue is gone. So my web server allows methods to get data. So what I have to do now is return result JSON, and after that is done, JSON response. After that is done, I could return just that. Oh no, wait, not return. Let's print it out first, just to see if my data is actually returned. JSON response. All right, this is the stuff that I wanted to have. So I can now finally set up the UI schema with JSON response and remove all of that and that. I don't like this for now, but I will get rid of that with proxies. Yes. So cool. At least for now, I have made my one config. I made one config to be loaded by actual fetch and not from local storage. So again, to iterate on Axum, apparently I can have simple route definitions. I've added mine, the config, and I pointed that to the go config, which I read from a file. I converted that to a response. So apparently into response is something that Axum does to a standard string. And yeah, it's just a string. I might need to convert that to JSON with a proper type. That's for future. Just to see the responses, I need to set up a proper IP. Port, sorry. And that's that. This is actually quite similar to this is quite similar to Express.js. It's reminiscent of expressing routing middleware. So see, you import express, blah blah blah, and then it works. Of course, there's less boilerplate for JavaScript framework. It's quite simple, but if you ask me, this is as simple as Express, and every route is asynchronous, so the CPU utilization is simple as well. And I think I read memory in there. So this is my server, and now it's running for what, 19 minutes. It doesn't use any CPU, uses 5 threads, okay, and only less than a megabyte, which is cool. I don't care if it's blazingly fast or not. All I care is that it was quite easy to set up, and I wonder how large is the how large is that file. Reveal in Finder. So the debug version, which is not optimized, is like 8 megabytes. It doesn't do much, but yeah, I guess if I compile that into a release mode, in release mode, then this will be maybe a megabyte or something like that. So cool. So next time I will load more configs and substitute all the locally referenced schemas. I will load all the reference schemas with that one URL, and I will probably set up proxy so that it would load everything just like that, as if it's like local, like in the same domain. Cool. I hope you kind of liked it, and I really got a lot of fun just investigating some of Rust backend. Cheers.